This is Podco Media Networks.
On episode 114 of Confessions of a Marketer, Marketing Amazon. Hi, it's Mark Reed Edwards. Welcome back to Confessions of a Marketer. Kiri Masters is in to chat about marketing Amazon. We will have that in just a moment. Soon we'll have Danielle Savin of Capgemini. She'll be here to discuss marketing the holidays. Plus, we'll have another session on optimization, this time with Justin Christensen. Rob Patterson of AWeber will be in to talk about the state of email marketing. And as we look ahead, Nathan Hirsch will be in to share some wisdom on finding the right freelancers. And Philip Stutz will discuss the politics of marketing. Lots more in store. So, as we say, stay tuned. All right, on to Kiri Masters. Fellow podcaster and Amazon expert, Kiri has some really great insights into Amazon. As founder and CEO of Bobsled Marketing, she focuses on retail marketing with a particular focus on Amazon, that behemoth we all can't live without. In this first of two parts, we learn about Kiri, her firm, and get some answers on what CMOs get wrong about Amazon. Let's get to it. Well, Kiri, welcome to Confessions of a Marketer. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really delighted to be joining you, Mark.
All the way from Colombia.
Yes. Yeah, kind of an obscure location. Everyone wants to know the story behind that, but it's not particularly interesting. I have a remote company and landed here about 2 years ago, and the weather is perfect year-round. It's springtime weather every day. 5-hour flight to New York. It was as good a place as any to settle down.
Yeah, that's good. Well, so can you give me your background and how your career led you to found Bobsled Marketing, and then we can go into Colombia if we have time.
Okay. Not a required part of the story, but so my name's Kiri. I actually started my career out in banking. I was at Australia's largest retail bank, the Commonwealth Bank, doing corporate strategy largely, and then moved over to New York in 2011 to work for JP Morgan Chase. And while I was at JP Morgan, I started a little e-commerce business on the side selling craft supplies. It was a total side hustle thing that I just loved. Nights and weekends, recording video tutorials, which is still up on YouTube today, of me making lampshades and obscure things like that.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So I did a lot of content for that business because it was crafts and everyone wants to watch how you do things. Set up the store and did all the accounting and went to a couple of trade shows and just really started to enjoy this e-commerce side hustle, and eventually launched those products on Amazon, this was 2013. So it was a lot harder back then than it is today, when there's a lot more content out there, and Amazon's gotten a lot more, at least their user interface is a lot more friendly. And when I spoke with my clients at the bank who were manufacturers, they were like, oh, we would love to do the Amazon thing, but we just don't have any time, or we've tried to set up an Amazon channel, but we've had all these challenges. And so I was thinking, well, maybe I could leave my job and go and consult for some of these manufacturers while I build up my craft supplies empire. But quickly discovered that the appetite for Amazon consulting was much greater than my little craft supplies business. And that was how Bobsled Marketing was born. Early 2015, I started out just by myself. And then by the end of the year, we were 3 people. And today we're close to 30 people. And at Bobsled, we help branded manufacturers with their Amazon channel to grow their sales, to protect their brand from counterfeiters and unauthorized sellers, and in general, help them navigate Amazon, which is quite a complex channel to be involved with.
Just as someone who buys things on Amazon, it's complex. I can't imagine what selling something is like on Amazon.
Yeah, there's tons of different programs, and as a brand, there's different ways that you can sell on or to Amazon. It's difficult to know what the best method is, and yeah, it's a huge part of e-commerce. 50% of all transactions online happen on Amazon. So it's very important, but it's also very, very complex as well.
So you went from maker to marketer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
What are the commonalities between being someone who's an expert in, say, Amazon marketing and making things?
Well, I'll be the first to say that I'm no longer the expert at doing stuff on Amazon. I've got a team of really smart people who are in and out of accounts every day, adjusting bids for ad campaigns and things like that. So I really rely on the team who are doing the work day in, day out to actually keep the work rolling. But the commonalities really for me is that I started my first company on the back of content and creating videos and blog post tutorials and how to do this and figuring out, how SEO plays into ranking your site and becoming a credible voice in the category. And what I'm pleased happened with Bobsled as well is that I took that content marketing mindset and applied it to Bobsled, frankly, because I didn't have an advertising budget and I couldn't hire a PR person. Content was free and it took a few hours of my week to put a blog post out every week, but it was free and I could do it. Those are the commonalities that I have taken from two very different industries.
So your focus is retail marketing with a specialty around Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And Amazon, as you say, is what, 60% of all online retail is through Amazon?
Yeah, 50%.
50?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 50% of all those transactions happen on Amazon. And that's got to get the attention of CMOs and companies around the world. And what do they get wrong about Amazon as they forge ahead and launch into it?
Yeah. What typically they get wrong is thinking of Amazon just as a distribution channel, that it's a way of getting product into the hands of consumers. Amazon of today, a lot of it is about distribution and fulfillment, and there's one-day shipping, and customers just love the fact that they can get their items so quickly and seamlessly and with a great return policy and everything. So a lot of Amazon's customer promise comes down to the fulfillment side of things, but it's also in recent years especially become a marketing channel. And at its core, Amazon as a website is a search engine.
Yeah.
And again, 50% of all product-related searches initiate on Amazon. If I'm searching for Nike women's sneakers size 8, then I'm just as likely to initiate that product search on Amazon as I am on Google or Bing or some of the smaller search engines. It's where people are looking to make a purchase at the lower end of the purchase funnel, but it's also become an advertising channel in its own right as well. And so not just advertising for products in search results, which is where a lot of ad budget gets spent on Amazon, but also more branding, more display and programmatic advertising is actually being done on Amazon because they have a website where 50% of all US households have Prime membership and they're shopping actively on Amazon. That's a great demographic for services companies to tap into. Amazon knows so much about the people navigating its website. They know that I have a toddler at home. And so I've been targeted on Amazon for college savings plans and life insurance. So they know things about me and my household and my purchasing activity and my demographics that are very attractive data points for advertisers to use in the awareness stage of their purchase journey as well.
It's a very targeted medium. It's kind of like a mix of Google and Facebook and some of the other social media platforms that know something about you other than what you're interested in searching for on Google. That it's a bit deeper. It knows, like, I buy my dog food on Amazon, and it knows that 90 days from now I'm going to need another 50-pound bag.
Yes, exactly. Facebook knows about what your interests are. Google knows about what you're researching and where you are. And Amazon knows what you bought and what you are likely to buy in the future. And so particularly for product companies, that's very attractive because, yes, they know that you might be loyal to a particular brand of dog food, but maybe if I advertise to you enough, maybe I can convince you to switch.
Yeah.
They know what you've been researching as well. If they, DeLonghi knows that you've been researching bean-to-cup coffee machines, then they can start strategically advertising to you until they know that you've made a purchase.
All right, next time Curie Masters is back and we delve into the kind of team you need to assemble to tackle the Amazon marketplace, common mistakes, and her advice on how to approach Amazon. So stay with us. Confessions of a Marketer is a trademark of Podco Media Networks, and this episode is copyright 2019. I'm Mark Reed Edwards. See you next time.